two of our guests today are very talented, and one of them you have seen, and I personally loved his character in the Twilight Saga film series. Do you guys remember that? He played Sam, and now he's in the Wild Wild West in the Western series, The English, streaming on Prime Video. And he's joining us today with the screenwriter and director, Hugo Blick. That's right, Chaske Spencer is joining us today with Hugo Blick right here on Sidewalks Entertainment. So do not change that channel because you do not want to miss out. Joining us to talk about the Prime Video Western series, The English, I'd like to welcome Chaske Spencer and Hugo Blick to Sidewalks Entertainment. Hi, thank you so much for joining us.
A great pleasure.
So before we talk about The English, I'd like to talk a little bit about some of your other work. Chaske, one of your earlier roles was as Sam in the Twilight Saga film series. Before Twilight, how did you start your career as an actor, and what do you remember most about getting your first major acting role?
Oh, why did I start out? Well, geez, it's a long, I'll keep it very brief. I grew up on an Indian reservation, several of them. There was no other outlet but just movies. So I got the bug really early, and that was my outlet to escape that environment. And it just stuck. And then moved to New York and started doing the whole struggling actor thing. I think my first real role I landed when I was like 22. It was a movie called Skins with Chris Eyre. And from then on, it's just been, the whole gauntlet of being an actor, just going from gig to gig, side jobs from the side. But I think Twilight was the one where I quit bartending after that. So I had a good career after that one. I think I'd be all right.
Nice. I'm still bartending. I have to tell you. I'm a little late, actually. I better get going.
So Hugo, you're a director, screenwriter, producer, and actor. Through the years, you've continued to work in all four areas. Of the four titles, which started your career, and which do you enjoy most?
Oh, the joke answer is, of course, at some point I played the young Joker in one of those Batman pictures and blew away Batman's parents. This is something that gets discussed quite a lot, but in my world, it always got me to put my children to bed pretty quick, because all I had to do was say, "You ever dance with the devil?" and they would go straight to bed. So this was the good side. But the real part of my career that I really kind of, why I'm talking to you today is writing. It all starts with the blank page. It's the stories to tell. And it's a great privilege I get to tell stories at all. And The English is one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, so the Prime Video Western series, The English, Chaske, opposite of lead character Lady Cornelia Locke, you play Eli Whip. So tell me about your character and what was it like playing this role?
My character is a Pawnee scout. He's just been relieved of his duty, and he's on his way to try to reclaim his land for the Homestead Act. He runs into Cornelia, who they end up saving each other's lives. And they go on that journey, and through that journey, she explains about the trauma they both share from loss. And he helps her out on her adventure for revenge. And in that process, they develop a relationship, a very tender, loving, respectful, genuine relationship. And you get to see that in this film. And, there's all kinds of guns and horses and stuff. But at the end of the center of the film is the relationship between those two. And it was great working with Emily. She's amazing. She's just phenomenal actor, really good person, and it was really easy to go into those scenes with her.
made my job easy because all I had to do in between my bar work was to put a camera in the way, a camera up so in front of them and make sure I didn't get in the way, because the relationship that they struck was just so charismatic. It made a job that I was doing totally easy.
So Hugo, you wrote and directed this series. When casting the lead characters, what were the main characteristics that you were looking for in the actors?
Well, Emily was involved very soon. I mean, Emily came onto the project pretty much on the end of the first episode. As I'd written it, I sent it to her, and then developed the scripts around her. So that was kind of like a bespoke suit. And then when I met with Chaske, it's that kind of thing, which is the ability to sort of sit still, think quick, but speak little, and for this character. And Chaske just inhabited that from the moment he went into the audition with us. It was just he had it. He just had it. It was lucky that he had it, because when Emily and I did the screen test, we forgot to switch the lights on. So in fact, when we sent it to the studio folk, they couldn't see anything. It was like a radio show, which is how I said, look, it's like a radio show. But still, his voice was so good. It was obvious he was the guy.
Well, I mean, you really do have a great voice.
Well, thank you.
I'm telling you, it's vibrating through the back of the cell phone right now as we're saying it. It's like a massage.
So, Chaske, you did mention earlier about the horses and the guns. Did you have to do, or did you do any training in preparation for this role for the horseback riding and, how to shoot a gun?
No. I did not go through the cowboy training yet. I arrived, I think, a month before production happened, where we started filming, and we went into right to, cowboy boot camp. It was riding horses, learning the weaponry, also rehearsing stunts that we're going to do later on in the script. I had fun. I love that stuff. I think it just adds on more to the character. I love if it's not going to be put me in too much danger. I'd like to try to, do most of my own stunts that are not too big. I don't want to jump off of anything or get set on fire, but I like to get dirty in that sense, because it just helps. It helps with the scene. It helps with all that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the both of you are just fantastic. Sadly, we are out of time, but thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you.
Great pleasure. Nice to speak.
That was Chaske Spencer and Hugo Blick from the Western series The English, now streaming on Prime Video.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit us at sidewalkstv.com, our YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on social media.